welcome back to my channel. Yes, I look bad. Let me see if I can get better lighting. Okay, well, yes, I look bad, but we ain't gonna speak on that. I got my glasses on today. The other day I had my contacts on. My face is breaking out. My hair is not done and I'm not doing it either. So I'm gonna start doing more like vlogs and stuff on my channel, because I feel like personally I'm like, story times is fun, but they're not fun all the time. Like, I want to do different stuff. I don't want it just to be like a story time thing, and people every time they think they're gonna come here, they're gonna just see a story time. So right about now it's like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I woke up like 2 hours ago. I know I have problems. I'm a little sleep jet lagged. I don't know why, but I did on my Instagram my like the time I got cheated on and the time I got a nigga caught up. And I forgot to add, on the top we got a nigga caught up. We was about to fight some females, me and my sister. Y'all, I got so much tea to put y'all onto. And then I have receipts with, I'm gonna do it with, yes, just because I'm gonna be a petty ass bitch with all the messages included. I'm gonna block out their faces personally because I don't got time for all of that. But I still want to smack the shit out of all of them. I still have problems with both of them. So this is gonna be kind of a long story, but we just gonna get out the way. So I have recently got out of a relationship. This was actually kind of recent, less than a month ago. I just got out of a relationship with what's his face, Taco. Me and Taco had just broke up like 2 days before. So if you're a female, you know, like, oh, you're gonna like need a little time to heal off of like relationship breakups. So we broke up or whatever, and I was still like, I wasn't going through it, but I just felt some type of way. I'm like, bruh, like, I actually trusted you when you did that. Like, come on. And I told you what I've been through in the past relationship. So this dude, one of his friends I'm friends with, he was like, come on, bruh, like, he really want to get put on with you. He want to get put on with you. He really like you, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, oh, like, he really want to get put on, like, oh, like, but I'm like, I just got out of a relationship and I'm not really trying to do that. I'm like, we could be friends. Like, I'll be nice and be friends with him, but that's all we can be. Like, nothing more than that. Like, I'm good off of all of that relationship and talking to people. I don't want to talk nothing. So then I get on the phone with old boy, and we're vibing. Like, it's like, okay, like, he cool people, but I told him, I was like, I don't want to lead you on, because I still mess with my ex. Low-key, we still mess with each other. So I don't want to lead you on. But yeah. So let me tell you, let me see. So yeah, so all of that happened. So we talking probably for 2 days, 48 hours. Then I get my sister told me something, and I'm like, oh, like, I'm not gonna put that on here. Yeah, I'm not that petty. I still hate him, but that's kind of, it's much. He has some girl or whatever. Something happened with him and some girl. Then I found out he used to talk to my sister. Then on top of that, I found out he talked to some girl that I knew of. And I'm like, oh, like, no, we not doing that. So I told him, I was like, yeah, nothing is gonna happen. Like, we're a D. Like, that shit is D. Like, you're done up. You're toast crispy. So then, what happened? So then old boy, like, bruh, you really gonna go off of what this person says, that person says, this, that, and the third. So he get mad. His friend called me, why you doing that to him, da-da-da-da, why you doing that just because this and that and this and that. I'm like, we could still be friends, but that shit is D. Either way, he wasn't gonna have a chance to get in a relationship with me, and they kept on trying to force it. So then, so then, what happened? I'm trying to think. So then I'm like, I started peeping stuff. I'm like, why don't you want me to send stuff to your Instagram? That's hella sus. That is hella sus. So one day I'm like, so you must be hiding something. So I texted his Instagram. I still have the messages. answer all of them. But I had texted, hey daddy, or whatever, like just to see if a girl would text back. Exactly what she did. She texted back, and I'm like, when she tried, like, well, the way she texted back, it's like she tried to get smart with me. So I'm like, oh, boo-boo, you're not gonna get smart with me. You got the wrong one, because your nigga wants me. I'm just trying to tell you that your nigga's trying to talk to me. I know I was being a little messy here. I probably should have just left it alone. But let me tell you, I've been cheated on. So I know what it's like to be cheated on. And it's not fun. I would want somebody to tell me if my nigga's out of line or if my nigga's flirting with them. You know what I mean? So, he did all of that. He called me. Mind you, I wasn't even in the arguing mood. I'm like, I didn't even like him. I didn't want him, so it didn't matter. He called me. He FaceTimed me. You're really weird for that. I was like, okay, will that be all? I literally said that. He hung up on me. 2-3 days go by. I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen him. I didn't hear from him. I didn't call him. He didn't call me. Not that I wanted him to, but then let me tell y'all what happened. Let me put y'all onto the tea. There's a group chat calling my phone. So I'm like, I see familiar numbers. I see my friend. I'm gonna name the friend who tried to put us on. I'm gonna name him Cameron. And my sister X, and a whole bunch of their friends. So I seen Cameron number, my sister X number, my sister number. So I didn't think anything of it. I seen those 3 numbers, so I'm like, oh, like, I know them numbers, but I didn't see. I'm gonna name him I don't even fucking know. What am I gonna name him? I'm gonna name him Brush, because I brushed his ass off like it was nothing. So, and then I joined. So I see all of them, and my sister didn't join. Then I see Brush. I'm like, here we go. I was about to leave, but then they told me his friend, Cameron, was like, stay, come on, just stay. Like, don't be like that. So I'm like, alright, well, there's no hard feelings. Like, I'm not arguing with him. I'm not mad at him. Like, I was just like, that was kind of stupid and shady, low-key. If you're over here trying to talk to me, why do you have a girlfriend? Like, what's wrong with you? So, mind you, Brush admitted to me he been wanting to get put on for mad long. He was been trying to get put on with me. He been seen who I was, but I never knew who he was. So then, yeah, I'm in my closet. I'm packing my stuff for the weekend to go to my dad's house or whatever. And I got more tea for that too. I'm gonna add some tea in that too. I got some more for that too. This is gonna be a really shady ass story time. I'm in my closet. I'm picking out my outfit and stuff, getting ready to go. Then, mind you, like 20 minutes passed by. Nobody was saying nothing to me. My sister was arguing with her ex. So then I had time to go downstairs, get a plastic bag to put my shoes on, sweep and mop my room. That's like 20 minutes right there. 20-30 minutes done going by. So I'm in my closet picking out what I want. I hear, Kah, you not low. I'm like, it was Cameron who said that. Oh, why would you tell her that if you ain't want him? Da. I'm like, listen, it's the morals in the fact that you don't do that to a female. You don't do that. You don't have no female out here looking stupid. And I will always help my fellow sis over a nigga. I don't care. But I didn't like how she tried to get smart with me. But me and her was cool towards the end. I'm going to put the messages in if I can. It's a lot of messages. A lot of fucking messages. So, I see old girl. And I'm just like, I see him. And he's just like, oh, his friend like, why would you do that? I'm like, listen, it's just a matter of fact that you don't do that to a female. I was like, I don't care about it no more. Just leave it alone. It's not that deep. So then he started coming in with his big ass, doofy ass nose. I will always say this, big ass, doofy ass nose. I know my nose not small either, but his nose looked way worse than mine. He come in talking about some, oh, yeah, why would you do that? I'm like, listen, and I had a calm voice with all of them. Where he had me messed up was when he started lying on me. When he said something that I did not say about my sister. I said something along the lines, but you know how a person, like, when you say something, you say it and it's like not bad. But then when the other person says it, like, they try to mess up your words and like mess up what you're saying. That's what he tried to do. He tried to mess all my words up and made it sound so bad. So I started going off of him. I'm like, bro, don't ever switch up my words. That's one thing I don't like. Don't ever switch up my words. If I said it, I'll say I said it. But if I ain't say it, I'm not gonna admit to something that I ain't say. So I'm like, yeah, don't do that. Like, that's not cool. You don't do that. That's disrespectful, first of all. Not only that, that's my sister. You don't do that. You don't put rifts between people and their siblings. Like, you don't do that. So me and him going off on I'm going off on him. He going off on me. So I started cursing him out. He started cursing me out. All of that. So let me see what happened. So we was in an argument and stuff. So then I finally hung up, and they kept on ringing me back, because I'm like, I am not about to sit here and keep arguing with his childish big ass. Like, we not about to do this. Like, first of all, nigga, you like 6'5", 6'6". I'm not about to argue. I'm 5'5", y'all. I'm short, low key, like, or I'm average height. I'm like, I'm not about to continue to argue with you. What did you think this was? So then me and my friend talking, I'm venting to my friend. I'm like, yo, like, I'm really about to punch the shit out of him. I'm really about to punch the shit out of him. Like, I'm mad as hell, just going off. So then, what happened? I seen when I was going to telling my friend, because when you're on a regular call, I don't know why your data is off, but I was on FaceTime. And I'm on FaceTime with her. I'm like, he just went live. Like, he just went live. Like, what are you, first, it's not that deep. What are you going live for? Usually I'm the petty one and I go live, but I wasn't even gonna go live about this situation. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just keep this to myself. I'm not about to take this shit to the internet. And as a nigga, he's childish for that. So we get like, he on live or whatever. So I'm like, I'm about to start my live. I had somebody had joined his live for me or whatever, and because I'm like, I'm not joining his goofy ass live. Somebody said it was like 5 people at first. So then I went live. I had like 20, 30 people on there. And people was just like, yo, like, he a bitch for that. He a bitch for that. Then he was in my comments just talking shit, talking about some guess me, guess me, guess me. I'm like, boy, nobody want to talk to you. And then Cameron was being an instigator, talking about some, oh, just guess him, bro. Just guess him, bro. Just laughing at stuff like shit was funny. And I'm like, yo, low-key, you started this shit. Like, come on. Like, that, I don't like that shady shit. I don't like it. And that's why I keep my distance. I barely have friends because of shit like that. I'm like, you're really grimy and you're really shady. And the crazy thing is, Cameron texted me today wanting to link. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I ain't say like no, but I have to think on that, because after that shit that happened, I don't do that. I don't like that fake shit. So then what happened? So I'm on live and they all in my comments, like just saying shit. So then, this is a long story time. So they in my comments just saying shit. So I'm like, alright, it's not that deep. So then my cousin's going off on him and everybody's just going crazy. And I'm like, bro, this is a problem between me and you. You should have never took it to the gram, and then I would have never took it to the gram. Like, I would have never took it to the gram. And mind you, he has like 600 followers. I have almost 6,000 followers. Come on, bro. Come on. Now, my fault. I heard somebody coming. But yeah, come on, bro. It's no comparison. Come on, don't do that to yourself. Of course, everybody gonna be on my side. Everybody fuck with me. Like, if everybody who meet me, ask anybody. Everybody who knows me knows me. So then, let me tell y'all this. So then, I ended my live, and I told my cousin I was gonna go live on my boy Bestie, because my cousin was like, oh, I really, like, you know, handle that, like, you know what I mean? So I go live on my friend's page. Then I seen this fat oompa loompa doofy ass nigga who wanted to get put on with me too, my sister's ex-cousin, and I don't give a fuck. I'll say it right now. He in the comments talking about some, oh, she going live on her boy best account. She weird for that. You're weird for that. Cause let me tell you, you was all up in my DMs not too long ago, blowing up my phone. I done blocked the nigga and he blowing me up on iMessage. Like, come on. What? And then how you want, like, goodbye. Just goodbye. Like, don't, like, they was begging for him to get put on with me too. And I said no. I was like, no, I'm not getting put on with you. That's no. I'm like, ew. I'm not a person who judges, but I keep my standards to a certain level, and that is way below my level. No. So then I'm on, mind you, let me see, Brush. He big. First of all, he not even my type in any type of way. In any type of way. So then he on live, and I finally joined his thing or whatever. Mind you, he coming mad disrespectful, mad wreck. I was coming wreck too, but he was coming mad disrespectful, mad wreck. And I'm like, alright, you're not about to sit here and disrespect me. So then I start seeing him, like, my boy best friend told me, oh, join his live. And they was telling me, like, everybody was like, join his live, join his live. He talking hella shit about you, Kah. He talking hella shit about you. So I'm like, what is he saying like that? Like, what is he saying? That was like, oh, he talking about your dead father. What else? He was talking about, oh, he never wanted to get put on with you, da 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 da. But I have messages. I'm like, bro, you been wanting me. What you talking about? Every time you call, he called me first every single time. I had never called him first. Besides one time when my phone had hung up because my phone died. I called him only that one time. Other than that, blowing up my phone, called me. All my missed calls was from him. And I sent screenshots of my missed call log to the girl too. So I'm gonna insert those too, because this one is more dramaful than my cheated on ones, because it led up to stuff. So then I'm like, oh, like, you know, we not about to do this. You're not about to keep slurring my name. Then he was saying stuff about some boy who I used to talk to in, like, January. We're gonna call him Vanilla. Yeah, he was talking about how I used to talk to Vanilla or whatever. And basically saying, oh, me and Vanilla did stuff in parks and stuff and a whole bunch of stuff like that. Let me tell y'all, me and Vanilla linked one time outside of, like, school events. One time. He came over one time. My door was open. My brother walked past. The door was open. My uncle walked past. My cousin, one of my older cousins was here. He like 20. Then my cousin was here. The one, he's like 14. They all popping in and out, like, to check on me to be sure I'm good. And I was doing his hair. He had asked me to twist his hair. Not only that, my two best friends came literally like 15 minutes after he got here. My fault, I had to end that real quick. But yeah, my two best friends came literally 15 minutes after he got here. Mind you, he stayed for like 2 hours. We walked him together, like halfway home together, me and my friends. So when was there time? And not only that, I never linked him, he linked me. And when I did link him, it would be at basketball games, and I would be with my friends. I went to a couple of his basketball games. So I'm like, where was their time? And then he had the nerve to say, oh, we went to a hotel together and a whole bunch of shit like that. I met you 2 days ago. I had my mother to vouch. My mom was like, you haven't left the house in like a week. What? I'm like, what is he talking about? And all my friends, once they heard that, they was like, yeah, he capping. So then there's some girl. I told him, I was like, yeah, I want to fight. I was like, I don't give a fuck how big you are. My plan was to mace his ass or tase him. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I was about to mace his ass or tase him. I would have went to jail, because he took it too far, and I was going off on him, and I held my end up. Everybody who was texting me afterwards, they was like, yo, you held your end up, you held your shit up, period. These niggas ain't shit. They can't, like, you know, everybody was on his body. The only people who was really on his side was his little homies, a couple of them, like his weirdo ass homies or whatever. So then I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I want to fight. So then some girls in the comments was talking about me or whatever, and then my sister had jumped in, because my sister was like, okay, like, you ain't about to keep sitting here talking about my dead father. My sister, because my sister had the same father as me, she's like, you're not about to sit here and keep talking about my dead father. She's like, so who want to fight? And I'm like, yes, who want to fight? I'm dead serious. So then the live ending stuff, and he's still going on. He ended his live and then started again like 2 hours later. He was down to argue. I'm like, nigga, you have no life. Like, you have no life. I was coming crazy. I was like, that's why you a third string cornerback. I don't give a fuck. I like little bench warmer. I'm like, yo, you really a bench warmer? I'm like, how you let a nigga, like, well, my boy best friend, how you let my boy best friend who's 5'7" lay you, and you 6'5"? Like, come on, like, booty, booty. You just big for no reason. Yeah, I got so much deep. You guys gotta watch this to the end because it's like a lot of stuff that just went on. So then I'm just like, okay, well, you know, I see some girl in my request talking about some boom, I want to fight. I was like, all right, bitch. I was like, what's up? Just let me know. Time and place. I'm like, time and place. Time and Addy. Like, just let me know. I was like, matter of fact, I don't go to dogs. Dogs come to me. So, boop, boop. So then, I look on her Instagram. This bitch got a whole baby. She got a whole baby. A baby. I'm like, bitch. I'm like, you ain't even let your C-section scars heal yet, and you want to fight? I'm like, sis, go take care of that baby. Shoot, go take care of that baby. So that her and some other girl started a group chat and was like, oh yeah, I heard y'all wanted to fight. Da da da. I'm like, nobody wanted to fight y'all, but still. Since y'all, because I don't have no problem with y'all. I don't even know y'all. Like, why is you don't even know what happened between me and him, and y'all putting y'all input in it. You don't even know what happened. I'm like, bruh, you just going off of what he tells you, and he's lying to you. And I'm like, you really stupid for believing any shit that he says. Like, he's really just capping out his ass. So, so the girl's like getting smart or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my god. So I started coming crazy. I was like, listen, Bert and Ernie, I was like, we ain't finna do this. And Goofy and Pete, we ain't gonna do this. Because one of them was like, she was not skinny. The one who had the baby, she wasn't skinny, but she had weight on her, and her stomach was just disgusting. It was just hella stretch marks. I'm like, bitch, ew. I'm like, I don't even want you to touch me. Like, you just look nasty. And I still don't like that bitch. I don't like her or her fat ass friend. So then her friend or whatever, her friend big as hell. This bitch is a beach whale, and she over here trying to talk about my weight. I'm like, bitch, you like double my size. I'm gonna be honest, I'm like a medium large in clothes, but this bitch probably like a 2X. Like, she like precious size. I'm guessing she not precious size, but she a little smaller. And I'm like, bitch, all you gotta do is sit on me. And when I joined, my sister was like, okay, I got the girl with the baby, and you got the other one. I'm like, you putting me on that big bitch? I'm like, I'll still beat her ass, but still, she big as hell for no reason. I'm like, damn. She look like one of them bitches to go back for like the third, fourth place at Thanksgiving. Like, she one of them big bitches. And I'm just like, girl. So then we talking to them. We was gonna fight them fair at first. And we like, okay, like, yo, like, what's up? Like, come on, y'all talking all this shit, but nobody said time or place. Y'all just talking. Y'all are just talking. I'm like, y'all bitches is scared. And still to this day, they won't fight us. Still to this day. And I still want my rounds. I said that. I don't care if it's 2 years from now, 3 years from now. I want my rounds. I want my rounds. I don't care. I don't care. If my glasses are crooked, I'm so sorry, because my baby brother broke them, so. But yeah, I said I still want my rounds. I don't care. I don't care. I still want my rounds. So yeah, so then we going back and forth with them. We on Instagram. I'm going back and forth with them or whatever. I'm like, girl, I'm like, go find your baby father. You don't even know who your baby father is, and you over here arguing me. Like, you look disgusting. You just look, she look washed up. Like, she looked bad. Like, shorty was looking bad. Everybody's like, yo, why y'all arguing with them? Y'all too pretty to be arguing with two ugly bitches. I'm like, word. And I'm like, all of this because of this nigga. And I'm like, I talked to this nigga for 48 hours. I knew this nigga. Like, really? So then, that's not even the end of the story. I'm gonna insert some of the messages from that too, because I want y'all to see the messages from when I was hiking on them ugly ass bitches. Like, they was really fucking ugly. Like, really ugly. Like, y'all think I'm playing about ugly? If I could put a picture of them, yo, and one of them look like Donkey from Shrek. I swear to God, that bitch look like Donkey from Shrek. Bruh, I swear to God, she look like Donkey from Shrek. I put that on everything. I'm like, bitch, you're just ugly. I'm like, bitch, you got your glasses from the 90s. She had them 99-cent store ass glasses. I'm like, sis. Like, bruh. Like, what are you doing? So then, what else? So after all of that shit happened, I'm like, I still want to fight them. Y'all. Bruh. Oh, go get your bonnets and everything. K-Doll shop. I'm an brand ambassador for my sister. She sells stuff. I'm promo. Yeah, go get your stuff, you know. She has jumpsuits coming in, her fall collection coming in and everything. So then, mind y'all, Brush and my sister X and their other friend pulled up at my Nana house. Yes, pulled up at my Nana house. Like, as in got in the car and came in front of my Nana house. And it wasn't his intentions to like start beef or anything. But they had called my sister talking about oh, we gonna pull up. And I thought they was bluffing. And I was like, don't come over here. I was like, listen, I don't even fuck with you. I said, I still hate you. I was like, I still really hate you. He talking about we could still like fuck. I'm like, first of all, I was never gonna do that with you. Ew, yuck, you just disgusting. You just look disgusting. Look like Sid from Ice Age. And who said anything about doing any of that with you? And then I thought they was bluffing. Like 2-3 hours go by and I see these niggas really pull up. When my sister X called me talking about oh, tell Kah-Asia we here. You could come down too. Who's going where? I don't like that nigga. I said if I see him, I'ma stomp him out. And y'all thought I was playing. So my sister and then went and told them gotta mind you. And I see my other video. Taco was over there. Taco seen them too. And during that time, me and Taco was being toxic. Taco was there too. Yup, Taco was right there and he seen them too. And they was hearing like the way, okay, let me tell you. The way my sister said the story was really bad. It made me look bad. And they heard what happened, basically. So she made it seem like, oh, me and him was talking. But I'm like, me and him never talked. We was friends for like 2 days. I don't know what y'all consider talking, but that's not what I consider talking. Is when you're intimate with a person and you feel like they got feelings for you and I got feelings for them and we low-key dating, but we're not dating. We're just together, but not together. Me and him was never like that. And that was getting me kind of upset because I don't like that. I really hate this nigga and y'all some like niggas trying to say, oh, I talk to them. I'm like, no. We not doing that. I really hate this nigga. Don't do that. Any other nigga you could say I talked to, I never talked to him. We knew each other for 48 hours. I only knew the nigga first name. I didn't even know his last name. Come on. If I don't know your last name, we never talked. If I don't know your birthday, we never talked. If I never linked you, we never talked. If you never kissed me, we never talked. Like, no, I don't know what y'all consider talking nowadays, but that's not talking. Really pulled up in front of my Nana and them house. They would have got their asses beat. I ain't gonna hold you. They would have got fucked up. Niggas was gang deep out there. So Taco see that. Taco got mad at me and called me deed or whatever. But I'm like, Taco, I really don't give a fuck. You don't have no reason to call me deed. I don't even like you. I don't even like you. I'm just playing with you just to get back at somebody. Goodbye. Like, you're not even relevant. You just want my attention. He still wants my attention to this day, but do I give it to him anymore? Nope. Lost me. So yeah, so then after that I'm like, oh boy has balls, pulled up to my nana's house. And you know I hate you? You gotta be real bold for some shit like that. You gotta be one bold motherfucker to do some shit like that. Really bold. Cause if I knew, okay, let me put myself in the shoes. If I knew a dude, like, I got an argument with a dude, I would not show up to his house. No, what? And I don't care if I get hate from the story time from him or his little friends. I don't care. I still hate you. And I know hate is a strong word, but you guys don't understand. If y'all was in the live and stuff on both lives, y'all see why I hate him. I was really gonna let it go and be friends with him after. Well, not be friends with him, but be cordial with him after what happened with the girlfriend thing. I was really about to let it go. I joined that call with no attitude. I said, "Hey, everybody." At first, I was like, "Oh, like he ain't here," but then I didn't show no awkwardness. I wasn't being mean, nothing. So, life story. Be careful who you talk to. And yeah, so that's the story time. I got a nigga caught up, and I was about to fight some females. Me and my sister was about to fight some females. And yeah. So, thank you for watching this video. Bye, till next time.